Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me? All right, let me try to get this up and running. Okay, good. It looks like. Okay, good. So I'm going to turn this down so I don't hear myself, but I'm also going to keep it up. Okay, good. Okay, so it is no limit. Far East Command's turn. So you'll remember that we're playing No Limits House Rules. And let me just review some stuff with you. I'm going to delete the earlier stuff. So I'm going to review that I have planes in Egypt and that I haven't set up the Europe side. Russia's not even right, but the Malta is correct. And then the 98, I believe, is that is what is there. And then Syria has been taken over. And I'm about to launch an attack into Iraq and looking for the battle tokens. There we are. So I'll go there with my all my troops. So that's good. And then the only territory in Africa that is sub-Saharan Africa that is Italian is British Somaliland, which next turn I think we're going to take over. I do still have 2 planes in Cairo, so I'm going to fly those in there. Okay, that's going to be my only battle, I think. And then I'm just going to do some reconfiguring of my forces in Southeast Asia. And I think I'm going to get bold over in Australia. So, yeah, there's something to think about. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we can do. So let's as far as our purchases go, I think I'm purchasing 5 mechs, and then I'm going to purchase a tech token, an anti-aircraft, and let's see. So I think it was $33, and there we go. And let's see what we can do here. Okay. Yes. All right. So this is 25 mechs, 25, 30, and then I think there's 33. So I'll buy a man. I think this is my purchases. I'll put them over here. I don't think. Yeah, I can get my screen a little lower. Okay, so and an anti-aircraft. I like to move those anti-aircrafts around. Okay, so move those back here and pull this off the board. So the board's clean. The red dice go, in Africa. All right. $33. Just try hoping for no limit. There you go. Might as well declare war on Japan so you can collect 3 NOs. I declare war on Japan. And yeah, let's do our. So this is my purchases, no limit. Sergeant Schultz. This is ends up being 4. Let's see if I can get him where you can see him. 5 mechs, tech token, anti-aircraft. That makes 30, 33. Okay. I am considering before combat rolls whether I could put a industrial plant right there, because I feel pretty secure about having a good the Pacific. But I think I'll go one more turn with sort of a conservative approach while we look at what we could do now that we can dream a dream, kind of thing, when we're not struggling to survive, but starting to thrive. How could we take advantage of that is my question, and push on, which is always the question when the Allies start doing fairly well, is how do you think about the coup de grace? How do you think about the final push, or approaching the final push, or setting up for the approach of so the beginning of, not the beginning of the end. So as we begin to succeed. All right, so I think I've thought about bombers, I've thought about an aircraft carrier, but really when we still have these islands right here, Sumatra and Java, we have an aircraft carrier. It's called an island. We have an airbase. It's called an island. So, all right. So we're going to do this. So we're going to make this purchase: 5 mechs, 1 anti-aircraft, 1 tech dice, and 1. It's round 4 too, I think. So I'm going to roll the tech dice at the beginning. They roll at 5s. So I will put this tech dice over here, and I'm going to change this out to, instead of my big fancy one, change this out. And I had it already preserved, so now I'll have 1 for each. And notice what No Limit does is he drops the tech tokens into the box as well. So, all right, I want to put this out here, and we're going to drop this in. And I got a 5. I am always a big fan of long-range aircraft, but we could think about what to get. So what are your suggestions as I successfully rolled a 5 for England? And because we're England and FEC, they share tech tokens. So I was wondering, what does England need? Do we need radar? They coming in? So that could actually be pretty big. And if I'd thought about it, I probably would have bought an extra dice on top of that. So we just successfully, let me make sure my audio is still up. Had some problems with that. Yep, my audio is still up. All right, so I was getting, I have a loose USB on the front of my desktop. I should be getting a laptop in this week. So I have a laptop in the repair shop. All right, I think we'll just roll this out. These guys, I'll put this on the battle board. These are the attackers. Yep. And this is 4 infantry. Of course, I activated the pro-allied Persians, and then my fighter and dive bomber. Okay. Before I do that, I'm going to look around. I was thinking about taking an infantryman from off the destroyer and bringing it to, I don't know, an inconvenient location. So I could bring it to Celebs to grab $3, but obviously that destroys $3 as well as an infantryman. But it does make things a little harder for them. So I can't think of anything right off the bat. Nothing sparks in me. The Marianas was one option, pretty easily swatted down by the stray subs. So I think I'm going to seeing no spark of genius arise in myself, I'm going to go and go for just this combat right here. It's not your choice for the second tech. You'll have to roll both tokens to see what you get. Excellent. You are correct, sir. I knew that, and you had warned me about that. All right, here we go. I got a 3 and a 1. A 3 and a 1. So tell me what that is. Okay. So then let's this transport will stay here. We'll do this battle and we'll figure that out. Okay. So in that battle, he would get 2s, 3 2s. It's 3 troops, right? Yep. Done this a million times. And I will choose to go with the reds for the 1s, the blacks for the 2s, and then I'll go with the grasshopper dice for 3s and 4s. And it's kind of confusing. I'm going to go with the nope, that doesn't work either. I will go with the grasshopper dice. Okay, let me just get this over a little bit. Back to the camera. Okay, so here we go. This is my infantry assisted artillery, and my diver and fighter. Okay, so the red was 1s. They missed. The black was 2s. They missed. The diver the diver hit and the fighter missed. So I had a complete whiff except for 1 casualty. That's nice. And what's he get? He's going to whiff too, right? He does whiff. My goodness. Sometimes you want to play low luck, right? Okay, so he completely whiffs. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, so my second round, my white dice. Where's my other white dice? Yeah, my white dice miss. My black dice miss. My fighter misses. And my diver hits. And the second round, he's got a hit. All right. This is a battle for incompetence. Who can be less incompetent? Okay, I got a hit off my fighter finally. I got a hit off my artillery, and I got a hit off my diver. He's dead. And I believe every round I've hit 1. This is the 3rd round of combat. So yes, so he only has 1 guy left. And he misses. Wow, those are some incompetent Persians. Okay. So I lost 1 guy, and 3 go back into Iraq. 1 infantry, and now I have to think about landing the planes. I will land the planes. 1, 2, 3. I want to put them 1, 2, 3. Yep, into East Persia. Okay, and I will get a marker for Iraq. Okay, you have choice of advanced artillery, super carriers, super subs, jet fighters, long range, increased factory war bonds. What's your What's your opinion? No Limit. I mean, I'm looking that interested in advanced artillery. I don't have much on the board, nor can I get it quickly anywhere. So that might be a benefit to you. I'm not interested in super carriers or super subs. Maybe super subs actually, but that would be a different take. Switching horses midstream, and probably wouldn't affect the war until 3 turns from now. Jet fighters might be effective. I'm more interested in long-range aircraft, increased factory production, or war bonds. Increased factory production doesn't help us enough. We just, in this version, don't need minor factories. I'm kind of interested in either long-range aircraft or war bonds myself. You tell me what you think. Obviously, we could have used radar. Okay, so I'm going to go over and grab. Okay, this is my non-combat moves. I'm going to take the Java troop, and I'm going to take it over to Sumatra. Okay. And I'm going to bring all my troops. I'm going to bring my French Indochina troop into. I'm going to take him into Shan State. I'm going to take my Shan State troop and put him in Burma. I'm going to take my mechs and put them in Burma. I'm going to put my heavy cruiser into, was it Studio 54? Is that what he says? That's what the famous No Limit says. Okay. And then I'd like to fly my planes out of here, I think. I don't like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can land in Java. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can land in Sumatra, I believe. Or, I can land in Malaya, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll land 2 planes in Malaya. Let's see what No Limit says. Long-range aircraft would be best, probably. Sounds good. Long-range aircraft it is. Okay, so I think we are pretty ready for a recap, I think. Yeah. Sorry it's taking so long. I'm going to put down 5 mechs in India. My apologies for that, guys. My son was up and just left on Friday, and we were kind of recouping from everything yesterday, and just family was obviously pretty engaging the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. So what I have is long-range aircraft from my tech tokens. I've lost both my tech tokens. I'm going to take my thing here, and I'm going to go to. There we go, to Iraq. I have no troops whatsoever in Africa, but I do still hold something there. I think I hold Ethiopia. I think, yeah. So I hold Ethiopia for $1, but no troops there. Now I have troops in Iraq. It's 3 troops and 1 artillery. And then over here in East Persia, I have 2, a fighter and a diver. Long activated at the end of your turn. Okay, so then 2 fighters in India, along with 5 mechs and an infantry and an anti-aircraft. In Burma, I have 5 mechs, 1 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft, 6, 7, 8 infantry, and in Shan State, I now have 1 infantry. In Malaya, I have 2 fighters, as well as what looks like 5, 6 infantry, and 1 anti-aircraft. In Sumatra, I have a infantry, as well as in 41, I have a transport. I own Java. I own Dutch New Guinea. And in 54, I have what looks like a battleship, heavy cruiser, destroyer, and is that 2 heavy cruisers? Looks like 2 heavy cruisers. 2 heavy cruisers, a battleship, and a destroyer. Is that right? And then is it Sydney? Nope. Queensland, I have 4 infantry, 2 AA guns, and an artillery. Okay, no Schultze this morning? Okay, so as far as, probably should have placed those planes in Malaya. Japan could wipe them out easily. It'll also cost him something. So that's a factor. I love whittling down Japanese infantry. So think that's a good placement. Unless you want me to place them in Java, or I guess Java would. Sumatra would be okay. I'm okay with moving them to Sumatra if you want me to. I don't anticipate him going into Malaya, but I could be wrong. Obviously, he wants to try to grab all the money islands next turn. But yeah, you could be right. How many rounds of combat is always the question. This would require a lot of his transport force, which is 8 guys. Ends up being 8 units. So that would be sacrificing all. I think I'm going to leave him in Malaya. Yep, I'm leaving him in Malaya because I believe he'll try to take Java, Sumatra. I guess he can't take, because of your rules, he can't go to Java. He can grab Borneo and Celebes. Yeah, Malaya is good. If we wipe out a lot of artillery and infantry, I think that's good. I'm okay with that. So, yeah, so as far as money goes, I'm up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm up 13. And okay, if you really want me to, I can move him. I don't think he's going to do that because it would really require all of his force to take the Malaya out. All those 8 men. His planes, I don't think, can reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. His planes can't reach, except for he could sacrifice his airplanes and because next time he can take 2 things. He can take Philippines. It's 1 transport. Borneo, that's another transport. That leaves him with 4 guys, dude. And 4 airplanes, but with bombardments. I think that whittles a lot of his force down. But I will put them in Sumatra if you want me to. I think they can land in Sumatra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will land them in Sumatra, although he can't reach Celebes. Yeah, I know he can't reach. I just figured that out. Elsewhere would be best. Okay, I'll put him in Sumatra. Although, like I said, I would have liked to have whittled away on his infantry. So he's got such a need for infantry right now in mainland China that any loss of infantry is really quite It'll be devastating for him. Okay, so I landed the 2 planes in Sumatra. So I'll do a recap. I have, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 8 is 13. 13. Okay, so, and then there's a bonus for New Guinea and Malaya. So 13, I don't know the original starting for FEC. Okay, so if you could help me out with the money, that'd be great. No limit. I'll do the recap. Like I said before, did I already do the? I did the recap. Okay. So I'm sorry about. Why don't you help me with the money while I'm chatting about Axis and Allies? I have a great game. Oh, you're at war now. You'll collect 3 NOs. Cool. I know about the. I think about the Malaya, and then about Dutch New Guinea. I think you might have added one yourself. So, but as far as my sort of Axis and Allies or board game life, I've actually shot a video of what I think is I've shot pictures. I'm sorry, of what could be a booklet to hand out to new players for Russia. Just this is what you do, and the first strategy will be what I'm calling what most people call the turtle. But then after that, I want to do what another one I'm calling Crazy Ivan. So the Crazy Ivan will be a Scandinavian strategy. I also call it sometimes the Twin Pillars of Hercules. So you have a southern stronghold, a northern stronghold. You don't necessarily maybe think you're going to keep Moscow as much as cost him a lot of money and a lot of material while you delay him because he's got to go places he doesn't want to go in order to defeat you. So those would be 2 strategies that I would put out there for sort of a beginner. You're at 40 on the charts, and 3 NOs will put you at 55. Oh my goodness. So probably with an Axis-driven community, and I do think the community is a bit Axis-driven, honestly. That's not going to be a real popular number to see, and just making you aware of something I've come to over the years, that the community kind of likes it that the Axis are stronger in Global 40, in my opinion. Can I say that? Is that legit? So I like your house rules a lot. I like FEC. I like China going first. I like the railroads. So it may be all about I don't know. There's rules that in my design, when I'm thinking like a designer, I'm always thinking you put in rules that are fun, that people will enjoy and like, because they're amateur historians, and yet they're strategists as well. The easiest thing to adjust, obviously, is the setup, to remove or add pieces. But it does seem to be the thing which, and obviously you've got the bid. Not a big fan of the bid because I feel like it wrecks the initial setup. I've said that in the past. So I'd rather your bid came in at the capital. But the other thing to do would be to I'll be revising the FEC next game. Probably too strong right now against Japan, no doubt. Yeah. Which is crazy because the there. Oh, by the way, I want to let you guys know, Schulte, when you watch this later, that I could do a lot. I could do some turns today. So if you guys are available, you want to plow through some turns, I could probably get another turn in before I go back to work on Monday. So love to start talking on the phone. If you wanted to do that, no limit. I'll put my phone number in there. Text can be funny and it'd be nice to sort of chat. So, but also, be able to chat about the game a little more free flowing. So, yeah, so I did pictures for the turtle defense. So you hand a booklet to a newbie and you say, just do this. And that way they feel like they're, making their own decisions, and they're basing it not just on your advice, but upon the advice of this, third party, the book. And then if you wanted to go crazy, you could have, this crazy option that they could at least have fun with. I always think that if a person plays the game, even if they lose, if they accomplish something, then that's significant. So we could do a crazy Ivan, maybe in conjunction with a kill Japan first strategy. That would work, particularly if the German player is trying a sea line or something like that. I am playing a game with my son Ben. I just gave him a small, cheap tablet that I have for years, and hopefully he'll be able to keep up with me. I think it's B. Van Dyke versus Crockett 36 tech as a balancing factor. So you automatically have to pay for tech, so you get less money. Everyone has to pay for tech, I think, except for Italy and ANZAC, obviously. So I don't have bids in my house rules. The optional rule for extra unit equals both sides and IPC total values perfectly with each other, so they ain't bids or unfair for either side. Good. And I do like those additions you put on the board. They're good things. So I would love to what else I got going on? I got to upload a game to the file today for a guy named Doggone It that I want to play another game with. He's always up for a good game, but I think I have to start the game. And then in Guam Solo, I'm the Axis, and we were having quite a battle of logistics, and so that got me thinking about logistics for the Axis, for the Allies, and so I put out a couple of videos. No Limit and Sergeant Schultz have interacted. So is Detroit, and Detroit, and obviously there's quite a bit of a split in the community about air bases because they're so expensive. But I was amazed to find, like I said, I just discovered it last week, that you could get American fighters to Moscow or Calcutta in 3 turns. Obviously they're pricey, but if you put all the price onto England, that's a lot, $30, right? But if you put it onto a ANZAC or America that are not at war, that becomes very reasonable indeed. So yeah, and then getting obviously American aircraft onto Eurasia in 3 turns is pretty amazing. With the exception, of course, of Gibraltar or Iceland, which is really easy. So I think that's it for my Axis and Allies life. I want to play some War Room. I put out a word to one of my players, but that hasn't happened. I'm kind of itching right now to set up Anniversary, but I got to find room to put up a table because this is obviously pretty big. So, and I'm using this right now for dual purpose of my booklet, my Russian booklet for new players, and as well as my YouTube Wars game. So that, I think, is my Axis and Allies life right now. And I was hoping Schultz would show up, but he can show up a little later. I will do one more recap so that Schultz can find this quickly. And then, yeah, I'll do one more recap. Okay, so that at the very end, Schultz can see. So I do have 1 territory in Ethiopia worth $1. I do have 3 guys left over from the attack. I lost 1, and he lost 3. I have 3 infantry and 1 artillery. In East Persia, I have a fighter and a diver. In India, I have 2 fighters, 5 mech, 1 infantry, and 1 anti-aircraft. In Burma, I have 5 mech, 1 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft, 6, 7, 8. 8 guys In Shan State, I have 1 infantry. I still own. Oh, I forgot about this. Forgot about this. I own French Indochina as well. So I don't just own. Okay, so, and then I also own Borneo, which I begin with the game with, but I also own Java. Borneo's got 1 troop. C-Zone off of Borneo has a destroyer. Malaya has 5 6 guys and 1 anti-aircraft. Sumatra has 2 aircraft fighters and 1 infantry, and in 41 I have a transport. I own Dutch New Guinea. I have 2 heavy cruisers, 1 battleship, 1 destroyer, 2 anti-aircraft, 4 infantry, 1 artillery. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I rolled a 5 in my tech dice. I had bought a tech dice, and I rolled 2 tech dice. I got a 5, and then I rolled a 1 and a 3, and have chosen long-range aircraft. So, Schultze, that's it. I hope that No Limit said I'm at 40 on the charts. So with my bonuses, 3 NOs, I would be at 55. So, all right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate your patience. Like I said, if you want to try to bust out a couple, I might be able to get in another turn. And I love, and if you guys want to chat on the phone, I'm going to put that in the WhatsApp. All right. No Limit. If there's anything else you want to say it now, because I'm about to jump off. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Have a happy New Year. I'm hoping for a great new year. I'm hoping for a return to 2019 as we get rid of this, take the vaccines if we want to, and still be careful, but have a safe and happy New Year. And obviously, some people are going to die no matter what. And thank you again for your patience. All right. Take care, guys. Crockett 36 out.